Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Anissa Larasati from 5PD class. Today I want to present about simple random sampling. But first of all, we must know what is sampling. Sampling in research term is a group of people, objects or items that are taken from a larger population for measurement. The sample should be representative of the population to ensure that we can generalize the finding from the research sample to the population as a whole. There are two types of sampling method. First is probability sampling, second is non-probability sampling. In probability sampling, every member of the population has a chance of being selected. It is mainly used in quantitative research. And in non-probability sampling, individuals are selected based on non-random criteria, and not every individual has a chance of being included. The types of probability sampling, there are 5 types. The first, simple random sampling. Second, systematic sampling. Third, stratified sampling. Fourth, cluster sampling. And last, multi-stage sampling. Today I want to tell you about simple random sampling. But we must know the definition of simple random sampling first. Simple random sampling is a subset of individuals or a sample chosen from a larger set or a population. Each individual is chosen randomly and entirely by chance, such that each individual has the same probability of being chosen at any stage during the sampling process. The second is prerequisites of simple random sampling. Simple random sampling works best if you have a lot of time and resources to conduct your study, or if you are studying a limited population that can easily be sampled. There are 3 prerequisites of simple random sampling. The first, you have a complete list of every member of the population. Second, you can contact or access each member of the population if they are selected. And last, you have the time and resources to collect data from the necessary sample size. The third is how to perform simple random sampling. There are 4 key steps to select a simple random sampling. The first is define the population. It is important to ensure that you have access to every individual member of the population, so that you can collect data from all those who are selected for the sample. The second step, decide on the sample size. Involve using a formula with your desired confidence interval and confidence level, estimate size of the population you are working with, and the standard deviation of whatever you want to measure in your population. The third, randomly select your sample. This can be done in one of 2 ways. The first way is lottery or random number method. And the last step is collect data from your sample. To ensure the validity of your finding, you need to make sure every individual selected actually participates in your study. Next is example of simple random sampling. In this PowerPoint, I choose 3 examples of simple random sampling. The first example is when you at birthday party, teams for a game are chosen by putting everyone's name into a jar and choosing the names at random for each team. The second example, a restaurant leaves a fishbowl on the counter for diners to drop their business cards. Once a month, a business card is pulled out the award one lucky dinner with a free meal. And last example, you want to select a simple random sample of 100 employees of company X. You assign a number to every employee in the company database from 1 to 1000 and use a random number generator to select 100 number. And the last is about advantage and disadvantage of simple random sampling. There are 3 advantage and 3 disadvantage of simple random sampling. For advantage, the first is it is a fair method of sampling. Second, simple random sampling easy to pick a smaller sample size from the existing larger population. And the last, the sampling method is a fundamental method of collecting the data. And disadvantage of simple random sampling, the first is simple random sampling, difficulty assessing list of the full population. Second, retrieving a full list of a population or smaller subset list from a third-party data provider may require payment each time data is provided. The last, sample selection bias can occur when a sample set of the larger population is not inclusive enough. Representation of the full population is skewed and requires additional sampling technique. Okay guys, I think it's enough. I hope my material can make you understand about simple random sampling. Thank you.